Alright. What it do? All of you all. Everyone. Anyone. No one. The fuck at all. Let me get that shit pointed right about like that. That should be good. The phone always ends up pointing at the fucking ceiling because of the vibration from the guitar, I assume. Anyway. It is June 3rd, Tuesday as fuck, 2025. Alright. So, yeah, I gotta switch it over because I'm gonna try to play. Should I fucking practice without it first and then switch it? I guess I'll just try to do it first. It's gonna be bad. 85. It's gonna be bad because I haven't practiced at all. This is the first time I've picked up the guitar. I mean, not ever, but I try to play to a backing track, so expect this to not sound very good. Alright. God damn these old phones. Alright, it keeps wanting to update. It's like, fuck you. I'm not, this is just for the fucking, it's connected to the amp. Wild Majestic Metal guitar backing track jam E minor. Alright, let's try it. I don't expect Yeah, I didn't think so. Come on, man, let me skip it. I guess. I don't know. said it was just gonna be bad. And that's what it was. Up next in 3 seconds. Driving Rock Jam. I don't know what my.
Hi, I'm Athena, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing you're going to love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that.
Go the fuck away. Get your motherfucking chicken somewhere else. Alright.
Kroger Delivery, proudly serving King Soopers, means fresh groceries delivered. No tipping necessary.
Driving rock jam, guitar backing track, in E minor. What's next though? Replay. I don't know. Damn, that shit's 8 minutes long. I did that shit for 8 minutes. Fuck, time goes by fast when I do this shit. Alright, I'll give it one more crack. This pick is fucking on its last legs. But fuck it, let's try it one more time. Driving. That's why they call it fucking practice. But that was just from a dead stop. I hadn't tried practicing at all until right now. Yeah, it's raining right now. Fuck yeah. Alright. It's gonna stop raining probably for the rest of the goddamn summer, probably in like by the end of the month. We'll see. At least summer means more light, so I can go fucking ride my bike to the fucking gorge to go swimming. Try to do that as much as I can this year, because we were gonna sell the house this year, but the fucking market's a shit show right now, so I'm not saying specifically because of the fucking con man that's running the country right now, but it didn't help, or it doesn't help, so we'll see. Alright. This doesn't have like a fucking way it goes or anything, so I'm just trying to figure out what's the best route. I'm really hating this fucking pick. I'm gonna try to use a Fender medium, a little thicker than I would like. I can't believe I forgot how it goes. forget how the shit goes. I'm having a lot of fucking trouble figuring this shit out. I just made it up, and for some reason I'm not figuring it out. Stop because this isn't going well at all. How could I forget this fucking shit, man? Yeah, fuck it. And it doesn't sound any better than the shit I did yesterday, so I guess yesterday's version is as good as that's gonna get. I ordered new ones, but they probably won't get here until fucking at the end of the week. I like the thinness of these, but it's too short at this point. Fuck. I guess it'll sound like something. I don't know. Yeah, so I fucking uploaded 20 fucking songs, tracks, whatever, to Spotify under the name Still Music 3. And I put all the prices for everything as cheap as you can fucking do it, like $2.99 for the whole shit, and then like each song like 69 cents or whatever. Alright, song? I don't fucking know, man. I'm not like a writer or any kind of shit like that. I just play whatever the fuck, and then if it sounds good, good. If it doesn't, oh the fuck well. Move on. she goes to work, because by the time I'm done playing, she's like there. So I don't have to worry. We're somewhat far away from where she works, so that's why I worry. Because fucked up shit can happen to anybody at any time. What else, man? I want to do that shit, but I can't fucking figure out the fucking way it goes. Fucking blocked. I can't figure out how it went or goes or should go or any of that shit. Fuck. Alright. shit, but I can't figure out how the fuck it goes. It's like, fuck. Yeah. The cadence of the fucking chords, I don't remember. Not playing good today at all. I don't play very good every day, but today is really fucking bad. I don't like being all hunched over and like I'm fucking staring at the goddamn guitar, but I kind of am because I'm not a good guitar player. So I can just play it, be all fucking awesome possum with it, all off the cuff without even trying. I can't do that. so tomorrow, I guess I'll fuck around with the other guitar to a backing track and then play it on its own. But that guitar is hard to play. Like, it's professional and shit, so you gotta hit the strings just right for it to sound good. And so after I embarrass myself with that guitar tomorrow, then on Thursday, I'll fuck around with this guitar again. But on Friday, I might fuck around with the guitar that I... Next to this one is my favorite guitar. So. Fuck, this is taking too long already. What time is it already? Fuck. Alright, it's taking too long. What else, real fast, can I play before I gotta fucking stop? count for something. Fuck, time flies when I play the guitar. Goddamn. Alright, so yeah, until tomorrow. Late on.